Hi, it's Ian here. Welcome to another weekly marketing Q&A video. This week's question is, how do I stand out from the crowd? How do I differentiate myself? It's a question I get asked a lot in various different formats, and it's a question that's very difficult to get to grips with because in today's marketplace, where your potential clients have lots of visibility of all sorts of different competitors of yours, thanks to the web, it is very difficult to come up with something that makes you stand out, that differentiates you from all those competitors, especially when in a service business, for example, it's very easy for your competitors to say they do exactly what you do. So what I've got is a method I call two-step differentiation that can really help with that, and I'll share that with you after the break. Hi, welcome back. Now, when most people ask the question, how do I stand out from the crowd, or how can I differentiate myself? The reason they're asking is because they're looking for some words they can put up on their website or use in an elevator pitch or in proposals that are going to help set them apart from their competitors so that their customers or clients will go, oh yes, I want you. You sound much better and different to the other people I might be looking at. I'll hire you. Now, the problem with that is that's not the way that people buy high value products and services. So if, for example, I was going to buy a high value product like a CRM system or an expensive online training course, or I was going to hire a lawyer, a consultant, a coach, an accountant, I wouldn't be going on just what they say on their website. The decision I make in terms of who to hire for a really important piece of work for me would be based on who's going to give me the best results. Do I get on with them? Do I kind of click with them? Do I think they'll work well with my team? Have they got a track record in this area? Do I think this kind of thing will work for me? A whole load of very complex, what I call deep differentiation factors. Now, those factors you can't just read off a website or get in a 2-minute elevator pitch. Those are the things that are built up over time through experience with a potential service provider or when you're finding out about the product. It takes time to build the credibility and trust necessary for someone to make a big decision like that. Now, in the face-to-face world, you build up that credibility and trust through personal interactions. You speak to them, you meet at events, you get on the phone to them, you go off and have coffee with them, and you build the credibility and trust over time. In the online world, building credibility and trust happens because people sign up for regular emails from you. You send those emails add value, so it demonstrates you know what you're talking about, you can get results. You share maybe some case studies so they get confident that you've done this stuff for people like them. You maybe link to videos like this where they get a bit of more of a feel for what you're like as a person and whether they'd be able to work with you. So over time, through those regular communications done through email and other media, you build the credibility and trust and the deep differentiation needed that people will be ready to buy from you, and they'll choose you versus someone else. So you can't do that just in a few words on your website. Now, what you can do in a few words on your website is get people to sign up for those communications from you in the first place. So the key thing to think about, if you're thinking, how can I differentiate myself or how can I stand out, is not how can I differentiate and how can I stand out in order that people will hire me, because that happens through experience and regular communications. It's to think, how can I differentiate and how can I stand out so that people will sign up for those regular communications from me. So in other words, for example, what is it you offer them as a lead magnet? What kind of offer do you make on your website for people to sign up? So the thing to do is to go to your competitors' websites, look at those websites, not in terms of how they position their services, what they say about themselves, etc., but look, what are they offering as a lead magnet, and then differentiate yourself versus that in terms of your lead magnet. So if they're offering nothing at all to sign up for regular communications, that's brilliant. You just have to offer something. You send them regular emails, you're way ahead of the game. If they're offering a free report, for example, then think, what can I do that's better and more valuable and different to a free report? Maybe I can do a high value video. Maybe, like I do, you do a template that people can use to get immediate value and results rather than having to read through a report and interpret it for themselves. Maybe you can do a checklist, something that gives them better value quicker than whatever your competitors are offering on their website. So that's two-step differentiation. Step one, differentiate on your website in terms of what you offer people to sign up for regular communications from you by having a better, more valuable, faster results getting lead magnet than what your competitors are offering. Secondly, build the deep differentiation that's going to get people to hire you through your regular communications, where you can interact with them, you can show your personality, you can give them examples that's going to build credibility and trust, something you can't do just in a couple of sentences on your website. Now, if you use that two-step differentiation process, you will get much better results than if you try and cram everything into one and somehow convince people to hire you right off the bat from your website. As I say, that's not going to happen. But what you can do is show people that your lead magnet and your regular communications are going to be better. They sign up for that. Then the deep differentiation happens through those regular communications until people are ready to buy. And then you'll be the one in pole position who they'll turn to first to work with. Hope that was helpful. Speak to you soon.